All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling today? How's it going? It's now time for an episode 3 of Cucks, where we showcase very untalented people. They have one thing in common, two things. They're all unoriginal, and they all suck up to Anthony Cumia, former disgraced shock jock from the legendary Opie and Anthony radio program. And Cumia continues on with Compound Media, a very shitty network with poor programming and milking whatever's left of the Cumia name. And these Cumia suck-ups, we know them all. We got them all. We know all of them. We know Gino. We know Chrissy. We know Frank. Steel Toe. Bitch Tits. Karl from Rochester. Yeah. E-Rock. All the suck-ups are here. We talk about them. We showcase them. We're off to a great start. People seem to be digging the show. If you're new, please hit subscribe on the old YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/sitdownzoomock. This airs live 105 Sundays. This is your new football show. And we will be talking about these cucks every single Sunday. And after it airs live, I put it up on my Patreon, which is scrolling below. You can sign up for as little as $3. Patreon.com/sitdownzoomock. It'll be up there. It'll be cooking. Episode 1 and 2 are already up there. I meant to make this episode 2, but I had to get to this guy because today's subject is the king of all Cucks, the quintessential suck-up himself, Karl from Rochester. Karl from Who Are These Podcasts is today's cuck. And again, thank you so much to people sending stuff to me. I hate going through this shit. It's work for me. It's painful. I don't like doing it. I really don't find them entertaining. Like I said, there was two things. They're all suck-ups. They're both unoriginal, and they're all hard. And they're hard to look at, and they're hard to hear. Their voices, everything about them. And then you start digging deeper, and you just start really not liking them anymore. And, this happens to be the case with Karl from Rochester. I guess our backstory, if you will, our origin story is I went on a show during the pandemic, the shutdowns, and I did a reverse troll on John. And at the time, I was not on the John train. I didn't have a relationship with John. I didn't know what was going on. So I fucked around. And then it just kind of went away. I went back on his program again. And then one episode in particular, he just went off. He went ham. He quit smiling for once. And he was livid with me. He called me a grifter. And I crossed the line. And all this horrible stuff. And it wasn't coming from a funny place. It was coming from, he was really upset with me. And the reason why he took the turn is because at the time, Cumia was starting to get on me because I was shitting on Chrissy. So Karl, being the opportunist that he is, decided, I'm going to go after Chad now. That's my new thing because Cumia doesn't like him. And if Cumia doesn't like him, I don't like him. So all of a sudden, Karl started doing every episode. There's like 20 segments on me. And and the best part is I haven't watched one episode of it. I don't watch any of his shit. And he's just pumping out all these episodes. He goes after all these people. Jules David, $10. Keep fighting, Chad. People are starting to see the light. People are coming around. They're opening up. And he essentially, he's going after everybody because he was a huge O&A guy growing up, one of these radio dorks. So he took the idea of Jocktober, the legendary radio bit, the benchmark bit from Opie and Anthony, and he did it with these podcasts. And it got on Eric Nagel, E-Rock's radar. And, E-Rock being the suit that he is, the radio loser that he is, started promoting them. And Anthony caught on, and they start going after Opie, hoping, praying, crossing their fingers that one day Opie would come on their program. And Opie jumped right on it. And Karl, fell in love. Like, he couldn't believe it. His radio idol knew who he was. He was a fan of the program. And next thing you know, they're exchanging emails, phone numbers, and next thing you know, Karl himself from Rochester, who never left Rochester, who never took a chance and went for it, he was finally on Compound Media, and we're going to pull that up right now. This was Karl's big moment. I mean, he's in studio. First of all, I can't believe he left Rochester. That's the biggest fucking craziest thing ever, that he actually left Rochester. But he did it. He somehow got out of Rochester, and now here he is on Anthony Cumia'S show, and this is like a dream come true, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Look at this. He's sitting at the desk with his idol, Anthony Cumia, and guess what? He got a Budweiser. He's drinking a beer with his guy, and he's like a kid in heaven. I can't believe I'm here. This is unbelievable. Oh my God, I can't wait to show my friends back home. I can't wait to show the band. I can't wait to show my ugly wife. Look at me. I made it. Let's watch a little bit of this. He's doing an Opie parody. Like, he's always making fun of hack podcasts, but he does Bob and Tom cringe parodies, and he's about Opie. And the reason why he does it, because he's trying to get in Anthony's good graces. Because one thing about Anthony Cumia, he loves when you suck his dick. He loves ass kissers. And Karl, guess what, buddy? Out of all the cucks, you're number one. You earned it, buddy. Watch Karl on Anthony Cumia'S show.
All right, I know so many calls.
Did you see Anthony's recent video about you? He says you should have continued O&A with him.
He's always smiling like the fucking Joker. He can't stop laughing. Even if it's not funny, he just has to laugh and smile. Now they're doing this cringe parody about Opie, and watch the fake laughter, and they're just chucking it up. Two drinking buddies having a good old time.
When he got fired, tell him to go fuck himself.
Have a sip, Karl.
Tell him to go fuck himself. Enough already.
Anthony, isn't this great?
Get away. Don't look at it like.
Karl, you don't have to smile all the time. Literally, it's okay. That nervous laughter, that nervous smile. Listen, I know you're on the show, man. Look it. You made it. Relax. Just calm down. I know you're nervous. You're with your idol. But listen how cringe this fucking song parody is. It's so Bob and Tom cringe.
It's your revival.
I could go do something else.
No, you couldn't. Between you and me, I could honestly
my God!
You should feel
suicidal. Karl!
I could do something else tomorrow.
What? Goodbye.
Bravo!
Farewell, morning crowd.
Can you believe it?
Where you babble on about how everyone's gone.
Oh my God!
Or how they lied.
You guys are having your own conversation. Why don't you let me in on this?
So I guess nobody calls on Greg Hughes.
Oh!
I'm on his head.
Oh, Anthony, isn't this fucking great? Oh, you guys are making fun of Opie with this cheesy song parody. This is fucking comedy gold, Karl. This really is. Fuck. Did you do this? Did the Isotopes come up with this one? Your shitty band from Rochester? By the way, he that really bothers him that I'm honing in on his band, because there's a video clip. I don't have it today, but he was talking about, he's like, yeah, he goes, pretty sure people in Rochester know my band. We've been around for 20 years. If that band's been around for 20 years and you guys haven't broke, it's not happening, pal. I saw your tour dates. You don't leave Rochester. It's not catching on. It's over. It's a wrap. I was in a sketch comedy group back in Cleveland called Last Call Cleveland. Guess what, Karl? We were pretty popular too. Everyone knew us in Cleveland. But guess what? We realized at one point it's not happening. So we took chances and we moved on. And same with your damn Isotopes band, you fucking nerd Weezer pretend Devo rock band in Rochester with 4 gigs. Let's get back to the hilarity. Oh my, look at these two guys having a fucking two guys joining Budweiser's, having a whole fucking, this is fantastic. Look at these guys. He's holding his stomach with this parody song. They can't believe it. Anthony's like, Karl, thanks for bringing in this hilarity. W Man, $10. Hey Chad, new subscriber. I think it's funny how Steel Toe demonizes you for making it personal. Then they stood behind Anthony when they attacked Stuttering John's personal life. This is, and don't get me wrong, I'm having a fucking blast coming back at these cucks. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this book, Ashley LaRue, Her new book is out. She's the sponsor. The books have gone up 20% in sales. I've been sponsoring them because Steel Toe, this is his ex-wife, and she's an author, a public figure, and she has the new book out, and I want to provide for this family since he pretends to have this huge audience, but yet he never promotes the books. This money goes to his kids. The new book is out, Fox Point Publishing. Go to Love Until, what's the name of it? Hold on, let me pull this down because I want to give you the proper plug, Ash. She's a huge fan of mine. She follows me on Twitter. Love Until Forever by Ashley LaRue, and it's a great book, ages 3 and 8, for your family. It's about basically how she's managed to navigate after her husband cheated on her while she was pregnant, which is Steel Toe, with her new awesome husband who provides for her family of 5. They got 2 dogs, and she's just a great mom. She's a fantastic mom. She has full custody. But she's a sponsor of the show, so make sure you pick up that book. And that's the commercial, guys. So check that out if you get the chance. Let's get back. Look at these beer drinking buddies having a blast over this song parody. This song parody is so bad, Bob and Tom wanted to air it. But let's get back to what look at these. Just cucking it up for Cumia'S. Oh, Anthony can't believe it. Look at these guys. They can't believe they're barreled over laughing. They're like, oh my God, this is... Karl's like on cloud 9. He's probably like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Man, I'm like fucking with the legend Anthony himself, just drinking a bud. We're making fun of Opie.
Was watching.
Oh,
I guess nobody calls or Greg Hughes.
Whatever. Who cares? Who cares?
clap.
Just staring.
Okay, I gotta fast forward. They're just sitting there and listen. It's getting funnier, Anthony? Jeez, when does this fucking song end? We get it, Karl.
All right.
This could have been 30 seconds long. It's still that funny?
And talk about,
Jesus Christ.
and that is the AIDS virus. Opie.
Oh, is that was beautiful. Brilliant. Oh,
Brilliant, Anthony. I came up with it. Isn't it brilliant, Anthony? Can I suck your dick now?
laughing at nothing. Like that. Like, I watch so much Opie now. He's just looking at the check going, bah!
Everything's funny, Karl. Everything's funny. Everything I say is funny, even though it's not funny. Even when I try to stand up Cumia'S.
What's going on? What are you, doggy?
Oh. Karl, everything is not funny. Quit laughing at everything. That's like hack shit. You're in your basement. You think if you laugh at it, it's automatically funny. It's not funny. I know you're always saying, oh, Chad, all you do is scream and yell. You're unhinged. Am I? Yeah, I know. Embarrassing. The people are speaking. So who are these podcasts? They're out of Rochester. He's never left Rochester. But let's get back to Karl's band. He has a band called the Isotopes, and they have like uniforms, like they're like Devo or Weezer. He likes nerd rock, like Ween. And one of his, I dug this up. His band, they like to do like ironic songs. Like Weezer likes to cover like Metallica, just some weird stuff. So Karl's band thought it would be a good idea if they covered, and they've done this in many, many venues, the Super Mario theme song. I mean, check out the gold here. They're playing Super Mario. Here we go. We're a bunch of fucking dorks. We never made it out of Rochester. It's not going to happen. After 20 years, this band is still going. There's only 200 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We never leave Rochester. We'll never be Weezer. Rivers Cuomo will never know who I am. I love Ween. We're grown-ass men and fathers. We're married with wives. We think this is funny and ironic. It sucks. All right, that was we. Then that's their hit, the cover of the Super Mario song. And then they, I guess they were like on a PBS show, and they covered it there too. This was, from what I gather, it's got 7. Here, let's pull it up right now. Because this band is like, this is his passion project. He wants this band to take off. I mean, we're about 20 years in yet, and this is the most views they're ever going to get for this dumb band. And I know how it is, Karl. Like, you perform around Rochester, you get some guys from your old job to work, you're like, yeah, we'll go support Karl. The band's not that good. It's kind of stupid, but, he seems to love it. And they all have aliases. I guess this one premiered on a PBS affiliate. It was recorded in 2008. So let's listen as they cover. Oh, they have this like hilarious sketch up front.
There's been an event so important, so profound, and so titillating over the years.
All right, I can't.
Was in front of a handsome and provocative audience.
Trim the fat, Karl. Come on, like who's watching this? Nobody. I mean, I guess I am. I don't want to. All right, kick it off. Super Mario from the top. 1, 2, 3.
More Isotopes.
By the way, I just found out Isotopes is from The Simpsons. Tony Mazur told me. I didn't know that. So everything about this guy's a fucking dork. Here we go. From the top. We suck. Maybe if we put this on a demo and I can get it to Rivers Cuomo, maybe he'll like produce our album, and then we're off. We're going to be playing festivals. We're going to open up with Super Mario theme song. Yeah. This is fucking amazing. This is really good. Isotopes, Rochester. They're coming to a bar near you. Now, I want to show you... Okay, enough of this. This band stinks. Your band stinks. Now, let's go to the Isotopes, because here's one of their gigs. The shitty comedy on Carlson, where Mark, the owner, books this garbage. And this is one of their many... When they go on their world tour of Rochester, this is one of their stops. But I watch them perform in front of a group of people. This is them performing in front of people. And look at, no one's dancing, everyone's sitting, and there's like 30 people there. So, and they got dancers. Check out the dancers. They're an instrumental band. Look at these dancers. These are the hottest chicks in Rochester, guys. Look at her stomach right there. These are the hottest girls in Rochester. This is their dancing, their go-go girls. They're Rochester 2s. Everything about this band is cringe. Yeah! Look at those dance moves. Hey, I wear the captain's hat, pal. Woo! Look at everyone just sitting there watching this. Yeah. Hey guys. Just take it all in. You're welcome. Woo! Look at those dancers. Look at those dance moves. Holy shit. Are those the Fly Girls from A Living Color? Wow, how long did they practice those moves? Nice. This is smooth. Look at Karl bobbing. Yeah, get into it, Karl. Whoa, breakdown. Yeah, Isotopes. Rock it out, baby. No one's standing up. No one's dancing. Yeah, it's not happening, dude. You got to just give up on this band already, Karl. You literally got to give up on the band. It's not happening, dude. 20 years and nothing. I mean, your YouTube, the Isotopes YouTube has like 200 subscribers, and you're always talking about how much of a success you are. No matter how much you try to will this band, it's not going to happen. That's a fact. Here, let's pull up the Isotopes YouTube. His band is fucking great, dude. They're kind of like Weezer, right? He's kind of like Rivers Cuomo. 290 subscribers. This video has 622 views from 5 years ago. Remembering the Isotopes. And they all have, like, I guess somebody gave me the backstory that they all have nicknames in the Isotopes that go by names, like their characters. Like, he puts these things together like they already made it. No one knows who the fuck they are. Outside of Rochester, and I don't even really think people in Rochester. This is his idea of comedy.
Every fan of the Isotopes' sitcom has a favorite episode. The one we hear about the most often, Season 4, Episode 8. The Isotopes, the musical.
Yeah, I can't believe that came out as good as it did. I mean, we're an instrumental band, so we didn't know if any of us could sing.
So we had to hold an audition to figure out who would play each role.
This guy, I used to do sketches and stuff like that, and Karl like tried to make fun of one of mine, and he's trying to pass this off as hilarity. Karl, you shouldn't be making fun of anybody. This is bad.
Behind the scenes look at the actual audition for the musical.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Can you do that 0 more times? That'd be great. Next.
I've been working on the railroad.
This is like so inside, like in their like little world in Rochester. They think this is all hilarious. They're trying to make each other laugh, and when you show it to a larger audience, we're like, what the fuck is this?
All the live long day.
Was that an effort? That was horrible. Next.
I don't know if that was supposed to be funny, but he's right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm starting to like it. Next.
All right, you get the gist. Nobody knows this band. Nobody knows this fucking band. This guy has never taken a chance. He's never went anywhere. He just stays in Rochester from his basement. He should thank Cumia'S and E-Rock for everything. Opie and Anthony, they're always saying how like quintessential and how influential they were to broadcasting. E-Rock and Anthony are the reason all these shitty podcasts are floating around. And they promote them. And they've given this guy an audience. And you guys are dumb enough to sign up for his fucking Patreon and give this guy money. This guy's a fucking tool. Just a raging tool. I got to pull up this Isotopes website. I had it somewhere. Where did it go? I mean, I'm surprised I don't have it bookmarked. Who doesn't? Because I just want to plug their tour dates. Just give you an idea of the range and the power. I mean, they just they're all over the place. So let me pull it up right now. And if you are watching right now, please hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. I really would appreciate it. And this episode will be up on my Patreon, which is scrolling below. When it's all said and done, you can go back and watch it if you're just jumping in now. And here, let's check it out. Here's the Isotopes website. We're going to get to who are these podcasts. WATP. WATP. Let's keep doing it. It might get funny. You get it? Because on Howard Stern's Private Parts, they were saying WNBC. Now he goes WATP, and it's going to get funny. Just keep doing it. It's going to get funny. Do not stop doing it. Where's this dumb? All right. Also, you can listen to Sit Down Zumach on the Patreon. You can listen to Mondays with Mazer, the podcast I do with Tony Mazer every single Monday. So go check that out for as little as $3. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Isotopes' upcoming gigs. In April 15th, they book out, by the way. So you can see these guys in April. Johnny's Irish Pub in Rochester. And then in the spring show, they got the big spring show coming up at the, Abilene Bar and Lounge in Rochester. And this summer, Surf Fest at the Beer Park in Rochester. So go check out the Isotopes. I mean, they're fucking killing it. They got a press kit. I don't know why. So the Rochester newspaper can write about them. I mean, they're blowing up. It's going to take off, Karl. It's going to take off. Don't give up. We're 20 years in. It's not... These people just don't get it. RMG, $5. Kevin's Patreon has less given than Steel Toes rustling tights. Wait, has less give? Less. Okay, I get it. There we go. Thank you for that. Yeah, listen, and you can super chat. I appreciate it, but it's not your goal. I know Steel Toe likes to make the audience's goal to give him money, but you don't have to. I'm grateful if that's the case, but you don't have to do it. I do put some energy into it. I didn't put a lot of time and energy into this, but it helps. But it's not your goal. So let's get to Karl. He's here's him talking about me on his show. I don't really watch his show. Even when I went on, I pretend like I did, but I don't. I knew there was something because of E-Rock and Anthony. Literally, that's the only reason I knew. And he took a turn when he saw Anthony took a turn, and all these douches started to pile on. So I was like, all right, I know what this guy's all about. He's an opportunist. And then here's him going over my Patreon, which he doesn't subscribe to. So he likes to take other people's content and just play it on his show. And here he is with a guy named Blind Mike, who recently just tweeted at me. I don't know his origin story here, his backstory. So let's get into this.
The thing about Chad is that he's been going off. This whole show is going to be a fail.
By the way, it's me talking about Dabblecon. And let me set it up, Karl. Listen, it was a failure. It was in your own backyard. You didn't sell it out as much as you try to say you did. You got a lot of your local friends to come. A couple people flew in. But it was a failure because Comedy on Carlson, Friday and Saturday night, does 2 shows. You did 1 show that didn't sell out. So technically, yes, it was a failure.
And no one wants to go to Rochester, and it's
I'm right about that.
all going to suck, and he can't wait for it to suck. And the problem with Chad is that he pretends to be authentic, and he talks about how everyone else is trying to create a narrative, and he's the only one spitting facts and telling the truth. But then he's constantly saying shit that goes against all the other shit that he already said. I think I've set this up enough.
Yeah, no, let's get more of a setup. Add some more to this. Now, he's playing the audio on my Patreon, which you can sign up for as little as $3. I know you like to rip off people's content, which he's doing right now.
What we're doing, Anthony, it's like October. Hey,
he's so out of breath.
He's obsessed with you and Anthony. Like,
I wasn't obsessed with these guys. You guys have made it my mission now. Because you guys do this to so many podcasts and comedians. You encourage people to go record comedians while they're working on shit. And then you play it on your show. It's really shitty to do to a comic. And you're always talking about how I never made it. I'm a failed comedian. You're coming from the lead guitarist of the Isotopes that's never left Rochester. Let me tell you something, Karl. If I failed as a comedian, would I have made $10,000 off a corporate gig last Thursday through my corporate agent? That doesn't sound like failing. It sounds like doing pretty fucking good.
Very upset.
I gotta say, it's cool. I know you were an Opie and Anthony fan. It's very cool that you have a relationship with Anthony. He seems to like your show.
You have no idea, Blind Mike. It is so cool.
Promotes you, went out of his way to be like, hey, who are these podcasts? Is a good podcast.
Right.
You weren't tapping Anthony on the shoulder like, can I be part of your world, please?
All right, here's audience manipulation. He got in with E-Rock. E-Rock's the one who told Cumia He was totally trying to get on Cumia'S radar. He's such a liar right now. He literally was trying to get on Cumia'S radar, just like all the Cucks are. So this is just audience manipulation. You're the same people that sign up to his Patreon. So I don't blame the dummies for believing it. He's always with his fucking jokers. Where are we going? He's going to deny it.
Here's the obsession that Chet has.
Even if that was my strategy and it wasn't.
Calm down, Karl. It's all right. You don't have to always be so excited with your nervous laughter.
Even if my strategy was I'm going to start a podcast, and then 2.5 years in, I'm going to get the attention of Anthony Cumia, and he's going to make me a star. That would still be very impressive if I was going to pull that off. Like, no one would fault me and be like, what an asshole you are.
Oh, you're totally trying to manipulate the audience and believing that's not what happened. That's exactly what happened, Karl.
Yes, that's something that's so easy to do, but it's not what I was set out to do by any means.
Oh, you're very cringe. This guy is so cringe. His voice and his smile. Why do you guys listen to this fucking guy? And how does he have the balls to criticize anybody?
But anyway,
back to the audio.
To Anthony's credit, I watched the thing he did with Chad a little while back where he's like, yeah, Chad, my name doesn't carry the weight you think it does.
I know.
People think I'm a fucking racist alcoholic.
Is it that funny? Is it really that funny, Karl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Carl, listen. You're listening now.
This is kind of weird. Like, I'm listening. Karl's listening to me, and this is some weird. He's listening to me. I'm making. It's this. This is very strange.
I know you like to rip off people's content.
And he's doing it right now.
Like, look what we're doing, Anthony. It's like Jocktober. Hey, Eric Nagel, look. We're just like you guys, except shittier.
Stand by that.
Well, he's got me there. That is how I always start every episode. Hey, look at us. We're just like Jocktober, but shittier. Hey, Eric Nagel. Hey, check it out.
See, Karl.
Opie and Anthony, but shittier.
He's trying to own it because it's true. So he's trying to like, look, I can laugh it off.
I'm in a pitch meeting. All right, guys, picture this. Remember Opie and Anthony's Jocktober? That, but way worse.
It's not that. Why are you always laughing at everything you say? It's not that funny. It really isn't.
Like an amateur version of that.
Okay, one more example.
What do you think? I won't say
take it.
I won't say elevator pitch because I've been calling out by Cardiff.
You guys.
I don't even know what that means. It's like an inside thing.
Except shittier. If you want me at that Dabblecon, fly me the fuck out there.
Yeah.
All right. First off,
did you want him there?
Nobody wants you around. I don't care if you come, but I'm not like, God, I wish I could hang out with Chad Zumock.
Man, I get it, dude. Like, I mean, it's just like, I feel like left out, man. I feel left out, like hanging with this crew. I could be hanging out with these guys. I mean, this is a ton of fun right here. I mean, you got this Steel Toe, the Chrissy and Frank. I mean, the personalities, Gino. I mean, I fucked up, man. Fuck, man. This was such a cool crew to hang with. I could have been playing pool in your basement, man. And we could have been listening to surf music and Ween and drinking Budweisers like our idol Anthony. Fuck, man.
That'd be so much fun. Now it's on my fucking dime. I gotta fly him out.
Yeah, because you're using everyone's content to make money, and it's coming to a close. It's coming to a wrap. The smartest thing Stuttering John ever did was shut down shop. I mean, as soon as Shuley and Bob start doing it and showing how it's done because they're actual comics, it really diluted your product, and you're desperately trying to get something going. And yeah, so it's coming to a wrap. Listen. I think here, let's pull it up right now. I'll pull this up. We'll get back to that. So Karl's doing very well on Patreon. He's making like $11,000 a month, somewhere around there. Because Anthony's promoted the living shit out of it, gave him an audience, and he thinks he's the only game in town doing this. Now everyone starts copying. Like Steel Toe is doing a shitty version of Karl, and it just keeps going down the line. So, but before that, Karl shut down his day job because he was doing so well on Patreon, talking about other comics and other podcasts that, thanks to Anthony Cumia again for the audience, but he was in marketing. He had a full-time job in Rochester, and now that his product's getting diluted and it's coming to a close, he's going to have to use this Wikipedia and get back into it. He's going to have to get a day job. You know, he retired in February of 2020. That's when he was at the height of the pandemic, and that's when Anthony was really pushing it. E-Rock was pushing it, and he started to make some serious money because he wasn't making from the Isotopes. Now, they play bar gigs. They're probably paying, at most, maybe $400 a show, and they have to split it among 6 people. So the band's, it's a failure. So I'm sure he was doing pretty well here as a board member of marketing and technology lead. And he led rebranding the organization from the Digital Rochester. You can go to his Wikipedia. But he was there for 5 years, 2 months, day job, and then he started doing this Jocktober shit because Isotopes wasn't working. And he's gonna have to go back, and they're gonna interview him like, "Hey, Karl, what have you been doing the past 3 years?" Yeah, funny. I was making fun of other podcasts and Stuttering John. Who? Yeah, it was a whole thing. Okay, and yeah, well, Anthony gave me an audience. It was a long story. Who's Anthony? Come on, I just need the job, please. Just hook me up. But you're gonna have to go back being a board member soon. It's gonna happen. Thank you for the super chat, 78 tab. Yeah. Again, if you're just tuning in, hit subscribe, hit like. So Karl was a suit. He was a suit, and you guys will continue to give this guy an audience. But let's get back to this. I don't have a. Well, did I X out of it? God damn it! Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. It's episode 3. We're still working out the kinks. And here we go. This is my quote-unquote meltdown. He's always saying I'm melting down. Like I'm losing my mind. He's losing it. So let's listen to me lose my mind and Karl trying to add hilarity. Hilarious. He's always trying to tell me to be funny and add punchlines like he knows how to do it. I saw a stand-up set. What was great about Karl is he introduced Cumia'S at Dabblecon. He's so unoriginal. He literally did, because when Jim Florentine was at the Comedy on Rochester, all the WATP guys came out. So Jim, being a funny guy, thinking on his feet, decided to do a Stuttering John joke up front, the Uber joke. And he got a laugh from those guys, obviously. Karl loves laughing at everything. And it was a funny idea. So Karl decided, I'm going to do it too. And it falls flat. And then he has to explain to the audience, Jim Florentine did it, and it worked. And he felt bad about it. And he's like, oh, never mind. So don't tell me how punchlines work and how hilarity is. You're a very, very amateur at trying to be funny. I know you live in this basement and your friends laugh, but the people outside that basement aren't laughing.
To Rochester? Okay.
All right. You know
okay.
What? I've been thinking about it, Karl. I'll go too. 50,000.
Hilarious.
Fine. You've suckered me into it.
Fine. You know what, Mike? I'll give you 60,000 to come. All right? How about that?
I've played this perfectly.
Nailed it.
I was just laughing. Fly me out. I will sit front row and watch your magic.
Front row is sold out. All right, we sold out front row a while ago. I love that he goes, oh, you want me there so bad? Why don't you fly me out, wine me and dine me, get me in the front row?
I know how comedy clubs work. They could easily slide a table in. That's what they do all the time. So quit trying to swing your dick. The event was not sold out. The front row was, but the event was not sold out. So we're going back in time. Now you look silly.
Oh, like, wait, what? Why am I doing?
Why is he laughing?
Any of this?
This is a response to no one wanting him there.
None of this makes sense. And also,
is he like on something? Why is he always like Anthony Cumia'S?
It's a very winded Chad Zumock. This is from his podcast. This isn't like a live stream where he's being a lunatic in his neighborhood. This is.
Oh, he's sitting down for this?
No, I'm on I go and get my steps in. I'm on a hike going up a fucking trail. So try to spin it. Let's spin it, Karl. Let's spin it.
It's called Sit Down Zumock, so I assume. But I don't know. He's very tired.
Talk about me right in front of my face. You won't. You won't. By the way, is this blind Mike really blind? I don't listen to the show. Leave it in the chat.
Put me at the front table with your ugly wife and I'll just sit back. I'll start drinking again. Because I want to.
Sir, my wife is part of the show.
Karl.
Sit in the audience with you, buddy.
Be on stage, buddy.
How much of an asshole do I have to be like, all
My
right,
wife's
now,
part of the
listen,
show.
Listen, you requested it. I'm sorry. My hands are tied here.
We have to put you in the back. Chad wanted it that way.
I'll just sit back. I'll start drinking again. Because I want to enjoy the show.
Look at that threat. I'll start drinking again.
Now we realize what it is that he's already he's ready to drink.
You're going to do exactly what Chrissy and Frank did in Orlando.
Like, what was that all about?
Tell the GM, call her multiple
Here
times.
comes some
We
laughing.
Can't let him in. You seriously can't let him in.
Not true, Chad. You can come in. I'm telling you, buy a ticket, fly here, drive here, whatever you got to do. You are welcome to come to Dabblecon. All right.
I respect that, but also it's like, yeah, this guy that's threatening the event, they won't allow me in.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, Chad has done stand-up for a while, or at least attempted to.
20 years, baby. I filed taxes for being funny. 20 years deep, Karl. Just like your band, except I make money off stand-up. You don't.
He knows that hecklers are
Off your band.
disruptive, and that will get you kicked out of the club for being a heckler. And Chad's going, I'll sit in the front row and tell you fucking suck. Like,
No, I just want to sit there. I said I'm going to sit there and just watch. I'm not going to. I never said anything about heckling, Karl. Quit putting words in my mouth. Quit trying to manipulate your audience.
well, you can do that. You won't be there very long. It's not
I was
going
just
to be
loudly booing. Why did they have me leave?
Why is he laughing? This show sucks. This show sucks, dude. You guys are fucking idiots. All these dumb Jocktober shows. He's like the only one laughing. Oh, Karl, you know the difference between me and you is I'm like I said, 20 years in stand-up comedy, and I did it my way. I didn't have to suck up to anybody like you do. You have to suck up to Cumia. You have to suck up to Chrissy. I did it on my own. I went out to L.A., and I said, fuck this. I'm not sucking up to anybody. I burned bridges. I pissed off Pat and Oswald, Bert. And guess what? Every time I get a gig, I get it on my own. It's not because of somebody else. My audience is because of me. I've been trying at this YouTube thing since January 1st. I've never tried at it. So I want to join in on the hilarity. I want to be a part of it. And when I got that gig on Thursday, that corporate gig, I have a corporate agent. I got that on my own. I got it through my dry bar. Nobody else. It wasn't from Cumia'S or E-Rock. So you can keep saying the shit you want to say, but your audience is coming around and they know what the fuck's going on. Shout out Jeff Closer on the old comments here. If you're watching right now, please hit subscribe on my channel. Hit like. And if you just tuned in, don't worry. This will be up on my Patreon later tonight. And it's scrolling at the bottom, patreon.com/sitdownzumach. All right, I've had enough with this, him and his buddy Blind Mike. And again, in retrospect, you didn't sell out. You didn't add another show. So it was a failure. So there you go. But now let's get to this video because this is, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when you talk Cumia'S, Cucks, and there's so much out there. And we're going to be going through all of it. You guys continue to send it to me. I appreciate it because I don't want to go through this. I don't know how he goes through all this shit, but you guys send me the timestamps and I appreciate it. But when it comes to Cumia'S, Cucks, we got so many to choose from. You know, we can go E-Rock, we can go Steel Toe, Frank, Gino, Karl, Chrissy Mayr, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, you are welcome. We're about to do, boom, 2 Cucks, 2 for 1. 2 for 1. This is worth a super chat right here. This is worth a super chat. We're going 2 for 1, baby. You're not only getting Karl, you're getting Chrissy Mayr, guys. The former feminist. Now she's conservative right. Sandy Hook denier. Her and her husband Frank, or boyfriend or fiance that lives in his parents' basement. They're going around doxing people, taking people down. Chrissy Mayr had Karl from WATP. Now sit back and watch the magic happen.
Karl.
Chrissy Mayr, what is happening?
Yeah.
They're both sucking each other's asses right out the gate. He's already laughing and smiling. He likes watching her clap.
Hey. Third time on the Chrissy Mayr podcast.
You might have the most appearances so
third
far.
Time? Did I do that?
Right.
And nobody was asking for it.
You got to do it like this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I meant my
third time. Third time. This is wild. I've seen. I actually saw a picture circulating of Michael Jordan doing this when he won 3 of something.
Yeah, it's what
they're called NBA championships.
Everyone's always thought was 3 up until like the last year or 2.
And you can't do this. I mean, I've seen people do this, but it's like a gang sign. As could this be? But who cares? You know what? It's
out of the gates. Just fucking. If you're not still watching this, what the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, this banter, this back and forth is comedy.
Wild.
It's all stupid. Happy Star Wars Day, Chrissy.
Happy Star Wars Day. Yes. Oh wow.
Karl loves Star Wars because he's a nerd. Oh, he's got the Star Wars behind him. He's a big Star Wars guy. He probably has his toys. His band, it's just like he's just like, he got beat up in high school. This whole Jocktober thing that he does. This is him getting back at the bullies from high school, the kids that used to throw him in the locker.
Behind you, so maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got different. Like here we go, I got my Porg there, and I got the
fascinating Chrissy.
Yoda.
Rumblecat, $5, 2 for $1 Sunday. We don't deserve you, Chad.
It's a secret to me. So how have you been, Karl? Yeah, you were just telling me before we started recording that you have this new look, this new beard, hair, working out combo going on.
Well, the problem I'm into now is that it's gotten so thick that I don't know how to.
Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Karl, Chrissy, who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody. You're boring me. You're boring my audience now. Let's see where they go with this. I'm sorry, guys.
To get rid of it. So that's
maybe like a razor.
Probably
is that something.
Is that funny?
Considered, yeah.
Scissors, razor. It's a short list of solutions, but I was considering both. And maybe we'll get rid of it this week. I don't know.
Okay. What's next, Chrissy? Where are we taking this interview? How are you gonna steer the ship on this one? Let's see where you go.
I don't hate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you me, Chrissy?
Yeah, that's the closest. That's the closest you're gonna get to a compliment. I don't hate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
What is new and who are these podcasts world? If you don't know, if you haven't heard of Karl or listened to one of his episodes, he has a Stuttering John segment, and he's come to just always dedicate a portion of his show to the gaffes and the foibles of the famous.
Chrissy literally stumbled her way into this world because she had John on her podcast, and he said something about dabbling, so she just fell into this world, and now it's a whole thing. She's a part of it. When in actuality, Karl should be making fun of Chrissy's podcast. He should be making fun of Steele's, but they've all come together like they were Voltron to go after the common enemy, and now they're setting up what Karl does. And I'm sure he's not going to say, well, I took the idea from Opie and Anthony, and then Anthony realized what I was doing, and he gave me an audience.
Stuttering John, and that's how we became friends, is because I interviewed Stuttering John. Hijinks ensued. I'm not gonna say it went viral, but I did get a lot of it.
You realize their relationship, friendship is based on Stuttering John. That's it. Yep. I was hoping somebody would catch on, Ian. This is exactly why I'm doing it. I saw this in my closet, and I had glasses, and I just watched Levy and Perry, and I was like, I'm going to see if somebody catches on, and you fucking nailed it. Ding, 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 ding. You win the prize. Email me. I'll send you a Kmart Ready shirt from my special, Dry Bar special, Kmart Ready. But yes, I am stealing Perry's look.
Attention from how I dealt with him being a total douchebag.
Not to cut you off, I am still seeing videos being made about your interview with Stuttering John. Did you see the one from Zach Waldman that just came out?
No.
Zach Waldman? What? Fucking Zach Waldman made one? Who's Zach Waldman?
Oh, hello. I'm gonna have to check that out. Wow, Zach Waldman.
Zach Waldman.
Minute recap of your interview with Stuttering John. So, since you brought that up, one of the things that we've been doing lately
if you look on our YouTube channel, is we're making these Stuttering John deepfake videos. They're like 30 seconds, 60 seconds long, and it's just quick goofing on John in front of a green screen. We make the person who's pretending to be John look a little bit like him, kind of.
Okay. Or you could just say, go see it, check it out. Why do you have to explain how you do it?
Close enough to make it funny, and we just act out little skits.
Oh, and hilarity ensues with these skits. Your sketch comedy is fucking brilliant. Look, Lauren Michaels, get this guy a fucking job on Saturday Night Live. Why isn't he in The Kids in the Hall? Karl from Rochester in his sketches.
Oh my God. Wait, okay. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put this up on the screen here. The scream. Because do you use StreamYard for your pods, Karl?
I don't, because we're audio only. I did do one video podcast with Vince, John's former attorney, and Shuli's sidekick. Yeah, that's our.
I like it. Yeah, if you ever think about going into video, I like it. It's made things easier for me. And in fact, I think I'll have a promo code down below if you guys are.
This isn't a super chat, but Julian in the chat says Karl looks like a chubby Neil Brennan. He looks like Neil Brennan if he wasn't a vegan. You're right. This is his third time on the show.
Okay, so here is your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
This is a deep fake. This is not Stuttering John.
Right.
Which one of these should I play?
You know, it's a fun one is
I can't wait to see the fun one.
The one all the way to the right there.
That's the fun.
Behind the scenes?
Here comes the fun
it's
one.
A quick one. It's quick and fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
So thanks for hanging out. Support us on the Patreon.
Oh my God.
Subscribe on YouTube. And Gagia.
And
Thank you. Can I please get something else to drink besides Coors Light? Oh, that'll do just fine. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, this is great. This
It wasn't terrible, but there's nothing great about it. By the way, you guys are just beating a dead horse at this point. I love that fucking John just shut down his fucking operation. That's fantastic. EGN 7979 499. Great show, Mud Shark. Listening to these two is like someone pouring diarrhea in my ears. Ugh. They do got some rough voices. I know Frank and Chrissy are gonna try to take this one down because that's what they do. But this is what they do to everybody else. This is literally what they do to everyone else. So I'm sorry to put you through this with their voice.
These are great, Karl. Wow.
How are these great? You just watched one.
Wow.
So they're all just quick clips like that. Yeah, if you want to play another one.
Who's doing these?
Please do.
It's really amazing, you know. The haters and the trolls and the idiots. They say,
You know,
I have a cockroach problem. It's funny.
You're the cockroach, Karl.
I am.
That's you jumping up and down.
Over. You know, what are the chances?
Oh my God.
shout out to Ian Hawk. He just signed up to my $10 Patreon. Thank you, Ian. And shout out to Jeff, just signed up to the Patreon. You guys can sign up for the Patreon. Patreon.com/sitdownzoomock. Go check it out. The episode will be up there later tonight. Let's watch the hilarious John sketch.
Right, because he had a cockroach problem in one of his apartments.
Well, it is only apartment, yeah.
Right. Oh, right. Not his condo.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Braun, great comic.
Oh, actually, that video that's showing you to play next, hit that one. That one's fun. That was one that we did in the original batch.
Now, are you also doing the Stuttering John part?
Here's also another fun one.
No, that's
kind of goes on riffs and says
Karl's just smiling. He's so giddy.
whatever comes to mind, and then it's like later on, oh, you all right?
All right.
Yeah, hold on a second.
The hilarity.
That's from the original video. It got covered.
Karl really went out and bought this costume for this hilarity. Like, he literally went to the costume shop and he goes, I got this great sketch idea. It's going to fucking kill.
All right, so this was his original guest there?
No.
I was worried you were having one of those Trump mini strokes or something there.
Oh, I love it. I love how it fades out at the end.
You like that one? How it faded out, Chrissy? Jesus Christ. Oh, man, this is rough, guys. I'm sorry. I don't even hate watching it because of their voice. Let's watch this.
Face, just like I was. I'm trying to get my antibodies, You know
what I do? I wipe my ass, and I'm like, I don't think my finger touched anything too bad. I just won't even wash. I'll just walk right out the door and start shaking hands.
Yeah.
I can tell why you're laughing at that.
Good. That's how you build up your immune system.
I'm trying to protect my loved ones by building up their immune systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's gross.
All right, where are we going with this transition, Chris? Come on, you're the interviewer. You wear many hats. You're a comedian, an activist, a shock jock, an interviewer, a protester, a sketch performer.
Yeah, there's still so much propaganda in New York City. Like I was waiting for the subway the other day, and I heard, which I had never heard before. I never heard a celebrity themed subway announcement. Hi, this is Aquafina, who's an Asian woman, so she's probably crushing it right now. The gigs are probably flowing in.
Yeah, because you had to go to this right-wing conservative route to get work because you weren't doing it as the feminist liberal chick. So,
and she's like, just letting you know, wear a mask. And it's like, ugh. I don't know.
I'll tell you where, and I'm in New York State. I'll tell you where I realize that this is all propaganda. It's all marketing. Is when the signs. We have signs on the side of the road now that tell us how to live our lives, which is
yes.
So Karl's he's originally into marketing, so he knows marketing. He marketed WATP and he kissed up to the Cumia'S audience and he marketed the shit out of it. And you guys are giving him a lot of money, so he knows marketing. I'll give him that.
The road signs now blink wear a mask. It's still crazy out there. It's like you're in your car. You're fine.
The day I realized that the marketing machine is out of control is when they started rhyming. One small ask, wear a mask. And I went, okay, this is now going out to agencies who are pitching ideas back. All right, Cuomo.
Is this how it works?
Here are the 7 that we've drilled down that we really like a lot. This one rhymes. Yes, ding, ding, ding. Get that up on every fucking sign. One small ask, wear a mask. It's
that's like when I came up with WATP because in private parts they were like WNBC. I know marketing.
Who doesn't know about this? It's like when they tell you that smoking's bad for you. Who's not getting the memo on this?
All right, calm the fuck down. It's not that. It's not that good. My apologies for putting you through this. I mean, both their voices combined is like nails on a chalkboard. It is rough. It is rough. Oh. We didn't hit the goal, so I don't know if I can go on any further, guys. We had to hit the goal, and I was going to give you a little bit more. Click it or ticket costs us $4 billion a year. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Oh, let's give a plug to the steel toe boring Reddit. I don't go to Reddit, but I did go to that one, and holy shit, is that guy getting carved up? That guy is getting it. He's getting totally exposed. I mean, look at those titties. Look at those titties. They're literally C cups. These are actual C cup titties. Bigger than his wife, which is weird, but that's Minnesota for you. Oh, guys, I don't know if I can get through this anymore. I think I mean, I'm going to be doing this every single Sunday. Every Sunday at 1:05, we'll be going over Cumia'S Cucks. And by all means, please send over this stuff and tell me what to watch. And I got more. I mean, it's starting to stack up, and I'm just trying to slowly get through it. But it's time to go mud shark on these clowns because they are clowns. it sucks when you have untalented people coming after you. That's what bothers me, is when the untalented people come together like Voltron and they try to gang up, and then you just expose them for who they really are. So every Sunday we'll be checking it out, Cumia'S Cucks, and if you didn't watch today's episode, it will be up here. Guys, Ian Hawk just signed up. This is my Patreon, patreon.com/sitdownzumach. You can sign up for as little as $3 a month for the audio, $10 for the video. You can just donate if you want. But there's other levels. There's other levels. You can go check that out. I'm going to be updating the rewards shortly. I got a lot of work going into this. I got a studio coming. You guys are really kicking ass, and you're really taking a liking to things. Things are really popping off, and I hope you're enjoying it, because there's going to be a lot more coming. So continued support. And I do appreciate all the support. And if you're just listening for free on iTunes, please leave a 5-star review. Say whatever the fuck you want. I do appreciate it sincerely. Mondays with Mazer will be up on Patreon tomorrow. I'm recording with Tony Mazer. On Tuesdays, we do Sit Down Zumach with Tyler. That'll be up on Wednesday. And Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, MLC with Kevin Brennan and Bob Levy. And for now... For now, but check that out. Hit subscribe on Kevin's channel. It's I think it's ML Pod or Kevin Brennan, but yeah, we do that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Kevin does some solos throughout the weekend. That's at 4:00, 4 to 6. Check that out. Follow them on Twitter, ChadZumach.com. Everything else. Thank you so much for watching. I would keep going, but I got something to do. Thanks again. We will see you next week, 105. Next Sunday, Cumia'S Cucks. That's a wrap. Let's count the troops and bring home the votes. We did it, everybody.